Rio Hondo Prep Football is one of the best-kept secrets in all of Southern California. As one of the smallest enrollments year in and year out, the Kares have won 15 CIF championships and have been one of the most successful programs throughout their history. Welcome to A Charge to Keep, the official podcast of Rio Hondo Prep Football. And now, bringing you the latest news and content from his alma mater, a CIF champion in 2001 from the class of 2003. Here's your host, Matt Hersema.
Hey guys, and welcome to a special edition of the Charge to Keep podcast. It is the middle of March. St. Patrick's Day is behind us. Easter is around the corner. March Madness basketball is going here rather quickly. So I thought, well, what better way to kind of keep things alive in March than to have a special edition of the Charge to Keep podcast. We had a nice episode back about a month or so ago for the girls basketball playoffs. That was a lot of fun. And of course, had the football banquet not too long ago as well. So I had a break from the podcast, had to kind of dig things out here and figure out what I was going to do here, how to connect everything again. That's why you got to have these podcasts kind of throughout the year to stay sharp, right? If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready, right? So anyway, today is a special edition of the podcast, and it is regarding a special event that is taking place in a few weeks. A fundraiser, if you will, for Kare Youth League, which is affiliated greatly with the Rio Hondo Prep Football. So for those of you who are new to the Charge to Keep podcast, maybe who are Kare Youth League people tuning into this, the Charge to Keep podcast is the official podcast of Rio Hondo Prep Football. Usually we get it going here in the summer, and we cover the team in depth. One of the best high school football podcasts in America, in my opinion, for one of the most unique and greatest football program in America. So we do put out some other episodes regarding other sports and some information on our social media pages. But today we are promoting a big event that is taking place in Ontario, California, a couple weeks from now. A big fundraiser, and sounds like something that is a lot of fun as well. So today we're going to be joined by Dan Kirby, an alumni from the class of 1977 at Rio Hondo Prep. Most of you would know him as the music man, the band director, if you will, a big part of the music department at Rio Hondo Prep. Football games, you'll hear his voice there in the stands as he is the PA voice of the Kares the past few years. And he's also a former Monrovia City Councilman. He's worn many hats. He went to Rio Hondo Prep, right? So you just learn to do those things. But he's now a director of development. He's one of the event coordinators for this event that's taking place at Topgolf in Ontario. If you're a golfer or pretend to be one anyway, like I do on occasion, I think you'll be intrigued by this event. It sounds like a great opportunity to raise money for Kare Youth League, but also a lot of fun too. It sounds like, I don't know all the details, but we're going to go through them here. Have Mr. Kirby, who's one of my favorite favorite men of all time, honestly, was my favorite teacher, hands down, as a band director, and just always with a smile on his face, always just cheering you up. Really wants to know how you're doing, no matter what you're doing in your life. And so much love for Dan Kirby. I've wanted to have him on the podcast for quite some time. And well, we got a special edition here in March for him to come on and talk to us, fill us in to promote this great event that is upcoming. And as for you Charge to Keep loyal listeners who maybe didn't know much about Kare Youth League or anything like that, Kare Youth League is affiliated with Rio Hondo. That's where many of the Rio Hondo Prep student athletes come from. Kare Youth League started way back when, I think the 19, well, I'll have to figure that out, but way long ago, over 70 years, I think, was Boys Christian League back then Boys and Girls Christian League, and now Kare Youth League, KYL. And there is 3 locations in Arcadia, Irwindale, Covina, and Upland. Out here in the San Gabriel Valley and now the Inland Empire. So a big event taking place out in that Inland Empire that I want you guys to hear about. Not much football news or anything like that today. Just talking to one of the great football players of all time in Rio history, I must say. And maybe we'll, if he has time, maybe we'll talk to him a little bit about football, his thoughts on last season's championship win, but also his experiences playing. But mainly he's on here to promote this big event that I want all Rio Hondo alumni, all listeners of the Charge to Keep podcast to be informed about, because sometimes just posting something, an article or some information isn't enough. You need to hear in depth what is going on and kind of the status of Kare Youth League. And I think Dan Kirby could definitely fill us in on that going forward. Once again, for you new people, I am Matt Hersma, was a proud Kare Youth League member, started back in 1991, I believe, as a proud Glendora Gator. They've changed the names from since then, but was a true joy for me to go through the Kare Youth League program, second through sixth grade, before then becoming a student at Rio Hondo Prep. So great admiration for Kare Youth League, is one of the greatest youth organizations out there, and want to promote them as much as possible, doing in the great work that they have done over the years. All right, let's now bring him on. One of my favorite teachers from all time in any level of school, and someone who taught me a great love of music, I will say. I am pleased to bring on my, what do I call him? My friend, my mentor, my music mentor. We'll say that. Just a great man all around, Mr. Dan Kirby, to tell us about this big event coming up for Kare Youth League in a few weeks. Here we go, Dan Kirby. All right, we are now joined by, quite honestly, my favorite teacher of all time from Rio Hondo Prep, my music mentor, Mr. Dan Kirby. What's going on?
Oh, it's great to be here, Matt. Thanks for those kind words. Those were some good times, my friend. Those were some good times.
I remember it well, starting seventh grade. My dad played trumpet, and I was like, all right, I don't know if I can do this. But Coach Kirby led that band well. And you're still directing all the different bands at Rio Hondo Prep?
Actually, I only do the high school now.
Okay.
I retired from junior high a couple of years ago in the elementary school a couple of years ago, but just finished our high school band class in January this year. And yeah, so we're still doing it, but some great memories from your days, my friend. We did some fun things.
Oh yeah, big time. And you are a kind, very nice human being, Mr. Kirby. But I will say that no director. What were they called? The director stick.
Baton.
No
baton.
baton was safe when you were teaching us music at times. You
Yeah,
probably
well,
went through a few of those.
I've mellowed out through the years, man. I haven't thrown a baton in a long time.
You know what's funny, Mr. Kirby, is you hear about all these really nice, or you interact with all these nice people at Kare Youth League, Rio Hondo Prep, and then you hear that, oh yeah, that guy was a very scary football player. Oh man, that guy used to just destroy people on the field. I hear this about like Pastor Dave Carson, and I can't believe it. I hear this about you. I was like, there's no way you were a mean guy on a football field back in the day.
Oh no, we had some great teams, and we're at Rio Hondo Prep, we tend to be very competitive on the football field, as you know, and that was no exception when I played in my high school days. And we made the playoffs every year I played, and the year after I graduated, we won the 1977 championship.
I've talked to a lot of guys on that team. And we'll get into the Kare Youth League event and everything here, but I do get a chance to talk Rio football here in March. Why not? What was it like for you, Mr. Kirby, and your senior teammates to, anytime you take that helmet off for the last time, I mean, it's painful, but then to see those guys who you played with do something so amazing in 1977 by upsetting Montclair Prep in triple overtime. What was that like? Was it kind of mixed emotions because you didn't get to be out there, or were you just so happy for Rio at that moment?
Well, there's, like you said, there's a flood of different emotions. You're so pumped up for the guys that are playing because you played with them before, and that game, not this year's championship game withstanding, but that game in '77 had to be one of the most exciting football games in the history of Rio Hondo Prep. But like you said, yeah, I was on the sideline, as a spectator that year, and man, I tell you, those fires are still burning after you graduate. You know how that goes, and
Oof.
and man, you wanted to be part of it. You wanted to be out there. But I was just so happy for those guys. They earned it. They worked really hard, well coached. Obviously, I think, looking back at the video, I watched it not long ago of that game. The coaching that we had at that game was really, really spectacular. We were outmanned. they had a couple guys that went on to D1 careers in college, and I believe a couple that would actually play in the NFL. So our guys, regular, common Kare Youth League guys, and it was an amazing, amazing victory.
Well, not much has changed in, whatever that is, 45 something years or whatever. Because this year, Mr. Kirby, and I'll tell you this, the first year is the hardest, those first couple. As you get older, as I've been away from it now for 20 something years, it's more fun now to go watch the guys and see the tradition carried on. And this last year, the 50th anniversary of our very first championship,
Yeah.
and what the young men did this year to raise that 15th banner at Santa Monica High School, that was just so legendary. What were your thoughts on this last year's
Oh,
season?
I agree, Matt. I've talked to Coach Carson several times after since the game, and I have to tell you, I've seen all of the championships. I haven't missed a one. And I think this year had to be the most spectacular performance by a Rio Hondo Prep team. All those away playoff games against huge schools, and to keep coming out on top each and every week. And then that final game at Santa Monica High School, packed house, sold out. Fans were trying to get in. The place was sold out. The excitement, and then to see how our boys performed coming from behind, and that final play of knocking that pass down that looked like a completed pass was going to happen, and that was just absolutely spectacular. Our guys deserve all the credit they can possibly get, and our coaching staff, of course, I think was at its finest this year in 2023.
No doubt about it. And you get a front row seat to Friday Night Lights at Rio Hondo. You used to do the pep band and stuff. Now you're upstairs, and we hear your voice quite often doing the pit. How long have you been doing that, and how much do you like doing it?
Well, I really enjoyed it in the football games. I've done all the sports at different times. I've done baseball, I've done basketball, and I've done football. Coach Carson asked me to do the football this year, and I was glad to do it. But man, the one great thing about calling the games is you get to concentrate on every single move and every single play, as you do, and you become kind of part of the game, part of the fabric of the game, and that is really, really an honor to be a part of that.
And it's just the family, the Rio football family, all the different connections that we have there. Just for the audience out there, your son Chris Kirby is the producer of the NFHS broadcast that people who aren't at the games physically get to participate in. I believe son-in-law is down on the sideline as one of the team doctors. I mean,
Right.
it's a one big family situation for the Kirby family.
Yeah, and they're all Rio Hondo graduates. That's the thing that's so cool. You got guys come to the school, they graduate, they go off and get their degrees, and they move into their different walks of life. But boy, I tell you, when it comes to Rio Hondo Prep football, it's like everybody wants to come back and be a part of it because the tradition is so strong, and it's such a great legacy and history for Rio Hondo Prep football. Yeah, my son Chris, he's actually a certified flight instructor now, and has a college degree, but he was asked to come back and help on the podcast or the streams, and he just loves it. And the stream was done so well with Coach, with Mr. Bray and Clark and Kyle and those guys doing the play-by-play, that CIF asked them to continue doing CIF playoff games even when during the state games when Rio Hondo Prep had been eliminated. So that it's been a good experience for him. We're already talking about next year. We got this away game coming up at King's Academy up in Sunnyvale. They came down this year. We're going up next year. We've already talked about plans to get up there for that. And so, Rio Hondo Prep football is alive and well in the alumni.
No doubt about it. And it's what I take great pride in on this podcast, putting that together. Yeah, it's fun to work with Chris hand in hand on Friday nights as a sideline guy. And our communication is just is top notch. And you don't do anything at Rio Hondo Prep not first class. Everything you do there, whether it's and maybe it's not the best of the best, but we're always attempting to be that, right? Whether that's why so many of the athletes, you're in band, you're in drama, you're doing a little bit of everything, and maybe you're kind of average at it all, but it always seems at Rio that no matter what it is, and even if it's with alumni doing it now, you're trying to always squeeze every drop of juice out of everything to get the best production out there. And I think that stems from Kare Youth League and Rio Hondo Prep.
Yeah, and I think the tradition of volunteership, amongst our alumni is a key to that. We have volunteers that are running cameras on the fields. We have volunteers, doing the chains. We have volunteers doing all these different things, and the vast majority of them are RHP alumni, and they just love doing it. It's not like we're not trying to force people to come and volunteer because we don't have enough people. It's people that just come out of the woodwork saying, "Hey, how can I volunteer to be a part of this?" And that's really cool.
Absolutely. And the affiliation with Kare Youth League and Rio Hondo Prep, some would say it's the same organization, basically. Most, not all, Rio Hondo Prep graduates started in Kare Youth League at one point. So it's a very tight bond with the two communities. They pretty much are the same. And, we're going to promote something, a big event coming up here in a few weeks in April. Regarding Kare Youth League. And before we get into that, Mr. Kirby, you've been around Kare Youth League your entire life. What is yours? I always like asking people how they got started and just did they stumble upon this field one time at Kare Youth League? What's your Kare Youth League story and what it has meant to you over the years?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, in my neighborhood, we had some older, our neighborhood, we lived on a cul-de-sac in Duarte, and very tight-knit neighborhood. And we had one of our neighbors, who was older than I was, joined Boys Christian League, which is now Kare Youth League. And he invited my older brother, Dave, to come. And he loved sports and he loved everything Kare Youth League was doing. So he joined. But at that point, I was too young to join. We didn't have the youngest grades back then. And so I kind of kept forcing myself in because I really wanted to be a part of it. I loved sports and I loved everything Kare Youth League was doing as far as the Bible training and all the things that we do there. And so eventually, after kind of being a squeaky wheel, I got to kind of join before I was supposed to, which was way back in 1966 is when I got my very first Kare Youth League award. And I've been affiliated with Kare Youth League ever since. I came up through Rio Hondo Prep. Rio Hondo Prep began in the 7th grade back in those days. The Pearl Prep did not exist then. So I went to Duarte Public Schools until the 7th grade, where I came to Rio Hondo Prep and went on my first summer trip in junior high, and graduated in 77, went on to Cal State LA, got a degree, and I've been was a part of the RHLA, the Leaders Training Program, during those college years, and then joined the staff as a teacher and did all kinds of other odd jobs at Rio and Kare. Ran a print shop and did all kinds, drove buses and all kinds of other things. Coached for 20 years the boys from Monrovia and Duarte, the kindergarten, first and second graders. Many of those alumnus are part of our organization today. So today I work not only as a music teacher, but I work in the development department, where we help raise funds to support the organization. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today.
Yeah, and dating back to your coaching days, this is the one flaw I see in you, Mr. Kirby, is that you belong to those dreaded Atlantic Pirates.
No.
That I've as a proud Glendora Gator, we had some fierce battles with them over the years. I still, for 4 years, it was oh man, that was life and death. Gators versus the Atlantic Pirates, I tell you.
Yeah, those were great rivalries, and just as you do, the former players I had still talk about those games today. Pete Clark, who's currently teaching at Pearl, he was one of my players, and we had some really, really strong teams on both Gators and the Atlantic in those days, and they were some rivalry games. I mean, they were intense for little guys, and Boy, those were some great memories, though. Great
Oh
memories.
yeah, Eddie Gilmore, Robert Tatum, Justin Bipulaka. These are the
Oh yeah.
man. These are some of the guys I played against, and great guys, great guys. But later on in life, they were great guys. It was
Yeah,
as a kid, you're learning about competition. And anyway,
yeah.
great moment. Kare Youth League was just spectacular. I like talking about it because it's where I started in second grade, and
Yeah.
went through Rio and everything. And to me, there after being around other youth sports programs like officiating and doing other things, to me, there's nothing like Kare Youth League, and always want to promote it. If you had to, Mr. Kirby, if you had to sum up Kare Youth League, other than to parents, oh, yeah, it's the best place on earth or whatever, how would you sum it up to Kare Youth League? Number one, why it's so important, and why people should get involved or contribute in some way.
Well, Kare Youth League is needed today more than ever. Our young people and our families are looking for a place that they can play sports, have activities, build friendships in a wholesome environment where they're not subject to foul language and all these different influences that many times accompany youth sports. And when parents enroll their children in Kare Youth League, they come with an understanding that we're here for the child. We're here to build character. We're here to build friendships. We're here to help them become great parents and adults in their later life. That's our focus. And when you have a focus like that, where winning the game, yeah, is great, but and you teach people to want to win. You teach people to compete. You teach them the fundamentals of games, and but more importantly, you teach them how to win and lose. You teach them how to be a good sport, how to treat others with respect, how to respect their parents, how to respect their leaders and coaches. And these things are not widely taught in our culture today. It's more of a win at all cost type of thing. If you win, you can move on. If you don't, you're a loser. And that's not what Kare Youth League is all about. Kare Youth League is all about the young people that are in the organization, not about the games they're playing. We also, as you well know, we also have a wide variety of activities that children really, really like to do, like camping in the mountains. We have our own camp up at Mount Care. It's a beautiful facility. Kids love going to it. And we have winter and summer camps. And we have, of course, our schools, which are just an extension of our Kare Youth League program. So we're finding today, Matt, that more and more and more parents are looking for a place like Kare Youth League for their children.
I think it's extremely well said. Yeah, as in our modern times, if you will. And in the past, there has always been fundraising efforts made at Kare Youth League. I don't know if these are still going on. So, but these are some of the things I remember. Obviously, and I care for Youth Dinner, the Kare Youth League Circus. These were big fundraising events over the years. If you can tell me about if some of those things are still going on, and let's now talk about the big event, fundraising event that is upcoming here in a couple of weeks.
Well, thank you, Matt. Kare Youth League is not unlike other charitable organizations. We rely on gifts and donations from parents, former members, especially foundations, other ways to support the organization. The fees we charge our children don't come near to covering what the program costs. And that's not uncommon with other organizations as well. So we rely on people who give charitable gifts, tax-deductible gifts, to support our organization. And so we can provide that program for the children who need it most. This event, the events you mentioned before, the circus, our last one was 10 years ago. That was a great run. We had over, I think, 60 years of circuses. But what happened to those is they just became very, very expensive to run, and we weren't making nearly enough for our program for all of the effort we were putting in. So we switched gears a little bit, and we began having fundraising luncheons and dinners and at different venues. We started at the Rose Bowl and gave Rose Bowl tours and had a very nice event where we honor important people that have been instrumental in helping our organization. And those have gone on now for about 10 years. The last couple have been at Dodger Stadium, where we gave tours of the stadium to each person who came. Had a great luncheon in the Dugout Club, where all the high-end seats are. And we we're able to honor some awardees, which we will be doing this year at the event. This year is going to be a really, really great, fun event, and I'm inviting all of your listeners to please come and participate for two reasons. One of them, it's going to be a blast, and the second thing is it raises much needed funds for our children's families who come to us, who want our organization for their children. They want to be in our program, but most people don't know, Matt, that 20% of the people who come to Kare Youth League, even though our fees are very modest compared to other organizations, they really can't afford it. I mean, they want to come. They like what we're doing. They want those values taught to their children. They want to be on teams with their friends, but 20% of those people really, truly cannot afford it. So we offer a financial assistance program for those families. But in order to do that, we have to raise money to fill that need. And this event is designed to do just that. So we're going to be having an event at Topgolf in Ontario on Saturday morning, April 20th, 2024. And what will happen there is people will come, they'll get a chance to have fun at Topgolf. Now, I'm encouraging your listeners to look at what Topgolf is. You can go to topgolf.com and see what they do, but it's really, really cool. You come there, and even if you're not a golfer, you don't have to be a golfer to have fun, but you come there and it's like a big 3-level driving range with these massive targets out in this area. And you get to come with your friends, and you get to compete. Everything is done electronically. You hit golf balls into targets, and the golf balls have microchips in them, and they measure where you go, how far you hit it. If you hit a target, they give you a score, and your scores add up, and your team gets to add up its scores, and the team next door is having fun seeing what their scores are, and this thing just begins to take on a life of its own. And I was just at an event at Topgolf last Saturday, and I can tell you the energy level there was off the charts. People were having so much fun. And you don't have to be a good golfer. You can just hit the ball to the best of your ability, and you'll be able to hit some targets, make some points, and have a great time. So we have a website that is available.
Yeah, let's pull it up. Let's pull it
Let's
up.
do that. It's called kyl.org/topgolf. And oops, did I lose you? Anyway, I lost.
I'm here.
Okay.
Are you there?
I lost your picture. Anyway,
Can you see the screen?
I did, but it went away. So
Oh, it did. Okay, let's try this again. I want to make sure you can. I'm looking at the website right now.
I saw it, but then my picture went away. But anyway,
Okay.
I can't see what we're doing there. Hang on a second. I don't have this. There
Let
it
me
goes.
pause. Let me
Yeah,
pause real
I'm
quick.
back.
All right, so we're back now. We can see the screen in front of us. We're looking at kyl.org/topgolf. Take it away, Mr. Kirby.
Yeah, so this is the website for the event, and as you can see, it gives you all the information of what time and the place, and why we're having the fundraiser and the awards luncheon that follows the fundraiser. And you can see if you click the sponsorship level, you can scroll down if you will, Matt. We'll look at a little information about the event.
You want me to click here?
No, can you just scroll down for a moment, and we'll look.
Sure.
We'll see we'll talk about why we're having the event. As I mentioned before, it's a fun way to support children at Kare Youth League who need financial assistance, and also we'll be not only awarding the people who win Topgolf awards, Topgolf tournaments, the golfing tournament, but also we will be honoring some individuals who have helped our organization in substantial ways in the last year. We have 2 awards we give out. One is called the Kare Community Award, where a recipient has been instrumental in helping us and other community organizations, and also a Kare Service Award, where someone has given a great deal to help our organization in the last year. And so the people who will be receiving those awards this year, the Kare Community Award, will be Mr. and Mrs. Mark Wong, who have children in the club. They're both doctors. and they've been great supporters of our organization. And also the Care Community Award will be given to Mr. Dean Sloan, who is on our board, who has been instrumental in helping us do many, many things at Kare Youth League, and not the least of which is changing all of our, he owns a lighting company, and changing all of our lighting fixtures at Mount Care to LEDs to save hundreds or thousands of dollars in electric costs. So we're looking forward to having them there. If you'll scroll down one more time, Matt, a little bit more about what's going to go on there at Topgolf. They'll be fun. They'll be playing Topgolf. So you'll be hitting golf balls, having fun with your friends at a bay, and it's really, really fun. There will be a hole-in-one contest. So you can be able to get hole-in-one tickets. If you go to a special section there at Topgolf, and if you hit your ball in the hole-in-one hole, you will win $10,000 as a prize. And so that's going to be really exciting, and you can try that as many times as you'd like, and hopefully we'll have a winner at our event who will take home a $10,000 prize. There will also be great food at the event. There will be a delicious buffet lunch, as you see there. Everyone who will be coming to the event will be getting a buffet lunch to have fun with your friends and eat, enjoy it. And then we'll be doing the awards program, as I mentioned before. You can go ahead and scroll down again, if you will, Matt. Thank you very much. This is a little picture of what it's like at Topgolf. There's bays there. You see people having fun, enjoying each other's company. Will there be food, beverages, and you see the screens up there where they keep track of your score. You can see out there where all of the targets are, and it's going to be really a lot of fun. And this just tells you a little bit about Topgolf. And if you ever get a chance to just visit Topgolf, it's really, really fun to be there. So if you'll scroll down, and we'll look at this video. If you want to play that video, that'd be really cool, Matt. You want to try to play it?
Yeah. Can you hear the sound on that?
I cannot.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I know what I need to do. Let me stop this, and then I will share again. And we're going to include the sound. So our faces will go away.
That's fine.
So let's see here. All right, let's play this video. It's about a minute long. Whoops. For those not watching or listening, you get to listen as well. So here we go. Full screen. Wow, that looks like a lot of fun there, Mr. I got to say, I didn't see any bad shots, though. See, if I grab a club, it's not going to be nearly as sharp as those. So,
yeah,
man,
but you don't have to worry, Matt. I mean, there's no previous experience needed to have a lot of fun there. I've done it with my family, and it's just really, really fun. It's just really great place to have fun.
and I've driven by it. It's a massive venue, just like
Oh
you
yeah,
saw
it's
there.
cool.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
really
it's
big.
really great. So anyway, we're inviting everyone here listening on your podcast to look into it. We'd love to have you be a part of it. You can come as a golfer. This is a little bit about the awards luncheon. Those are two of our recipients last year that we had the event at Dodger Stadium. But we already mentioned about this, so we can move on. And if you can always move down, and you can see that we have a goal we're trying to raise here of $78,900 for this year. So far, as of today, we've raised $34,900. We're about halfway there. So, but we really need to get everyone involved that could possibly help out, so we can make our goals, so these children can continue to participate at Kare Youth League. And then we have several sponsorship levels available. If you're interested in sponsoring a bay, or the title sponsor is sold out, but all these other sponsorship levels are available. And each one comes with different perks and different things. And if you just scroll down, you can see all the different levels we have.
So,
If you,
Mr. Kirby, just
yeah,
for just to explain this, so if this is considered, if someone were to donate as a gold sponsor, you donate $5,000. That's 6 people. Get you get to have 6 people in your bay. Okay, I'm just trying to understand here. Okay, so those are like the levels of a donation there. Okay,
right,
and
right.
what you get for it all.
That's right, exactly right. Now, we had 11 VIPs when we there's certain bays that are, we call VIP bays. They're just nicer. All the bays are great, but we have some kind of higher end bays. They had 11 of them, and we only have 3 of those left because they've been so popular so far. So, any of your listeners or your podcast members who would like to sponsor a bay, a VIP bay, this would be the time to do it, because I don't know how much longer they're going to be available. But regardless, all of the bays are great. It's 6 golfers for a bay. If there's a twosome, it's just $400 as a donation to come in and get play, have fun, enjoy the meal, and enjoy the program, where we tell
Many
you not
different many different
ahead.
levels and many different levels and ways to contribute. We started on kind of the high
Right,
end there, but yeah, there's if hey, every little bit helps. There's no amount too small here with
correct,
donating to a great cause.
right. And so, even if you just want to come and watch and go to the program to learn a little bit more about what Kare League is doing today, uh, those tickets are available for just $100. And we've had, we have several people who love to do that, mostly our older alumnus, but they like to come and just hear about what Kare Youth League's doing for children today, and they want to be a part of the awards luncheon. So those tickets are available too. And if you just like to give any amount, that's available as well. So really appreciate you guys taking the time to look into this and support this children that need it most.
And there is your contact information, Mr.
Yeah.
Kirby, dkirby@kyl.org, or by phone 626-201-0063. And once again, you are you're one of the heads of kind of the fundraising department.
Yeah, I am the director of development here at Kare Youth League now, and I'm also one of the event coordinators for this particular event.
Got it. And as always, you can follow Kare Youth League on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, much like you guys do here on the Charge to Keep podcast. Yeah, 93. I can't believe that number, Mr. 93 years, Kare Youth League.
Yeah.
Boys, that's wild. That is wild. And so there's plenty of options here. And let's go back to the top. I think we'll talk about the time and place of this event is Ontario. It's right off the 10 freeway, just north of there on Archibald. 10:15 to 1:30. So a nice little 3-hour morning, afternoon.
Yep, that's it. You come at 10:15, you get checked in, get to warm up in your bay, and then we'll start the tournament. And if you don't want to compete in the tournament, you certainly don't have to, but it's so much fun. I would highly encourage you, just even if you're not a golfer, just to come and have fun and do it. It is so much fun. Like I said, I took my family to Topgolf. My son Chris plays golf, but my other kids and my wife have never played golf, and they had an absolute blast. So we encourage everyone to come out and have fun and support children.
And if you want to know more about Kare Youth League in general, you got kyl.org with all kinds of other news and events, schedules, how to join, about us, great stuff that most people who are listening on the Charge to Keep pod know about, but always fun to kind of go back and look at the memories of everything. Mr. Kirby, how often do you guys do a type of event? Like you talked about luncheon. Is that luncheons and things? Is that just kind of like on an annual basis, or you have events throughout the year?
No, once a year. We do this event once a year. This is our main fundraiser for helping our financial assistance program. And there are small fundraisers throughout the year, but they're not, they're nothing like this. So this is our main fundraiser for the year.
And we're giving you about a month notice, everybody. So, if you can't make it out to the football games or you can't make it out to other events, we all understand that. But hey, this is a great opportunity. Even if you're maybe out of the area, come into Southern California and, kind of join the fun Kare Youth League experience, memory lane, whatever you want to refer to it as. I think you're right. This is a great way to, a fun way to kind of reconnect and contribute to the great organization.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you get your former football teammates together, put together a quick team, and come and compete in the tournament. I know there are some people that I've talked to that are excited about this event. They're looking forward to being with their friends and coming out. Maybe you could, contact 5 of your former teammates. Say, hey, let's get together, pull somebody together. Let's go put a team together and have some fun to support children. That'd be a great idea.
No doubt about it. That is outstanding. Kare Youth League playing, let's see, baseball and softball right now.
Yep.
That's been going a little while here. So if you drive by those fields at Covina, Irwindale, or Upland, you're going to see, see those fields full on Saturdays and throughout the week. So great memories. I often drive by and smile just thinking about all that stuff myself. Mr. Kirby, anything else you'd like to say about the events or Kare Youth League, Rio, anything else we'd like to touch on before we get you out of here?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Matt, for letting us share this event with your followers. And just remember, it's all about the kids, right? We're here to support the kids. This money goes directly to the kids program, and we just really encourage you to take part and just become a part. And if you can't come, maybe you'd like to help out. There's a button there just to give a gift in any amount. We'd love to have you give, and so you can be a part of this great organization. And then the only other thing I have to say, Matt, is football starts in just a few months, and it's going to be a fantastic Rio Hondo Prep football season again.
I cannot wait. We got a title to defend, and the schedule's out. It's I'm already starting piecing things together as we'll get episodes going on a weekly basis right after graduation. So I love Christmas. I love March Madness, all these things, but there's nothing like high school football season. It's coming again.
Yeah, it's coming
around the corner. Mr. Kirby, thank you for the information. Hey, and thanks for all your years of mentorship, and you're always so kind to me every time I see you. I do miss playing. Maybe we'll have to put something together. What do you think? A little brass ensemble sometime?
We could grab some alumnus together. We put something together. Yeah, we could do that.
Let's write a little something.
That would be a lot of fun, by the way.
The band back together, literally. I think we can make it happen. We should.
That'd be great.
Mr. Kirby, great seeing you, and to everyone else out there. I hope to see everyone else out there in a month or so at Topgolf. Sounds like a great event. Thank you so much, Mr. Kirby.
We'll see you there. Thank you, Matt.
Well, it's been 3 months, give or take, since the Rio Hondo Prep 2023 Football Championship, the 15th in its program's history. And, when it ended, I was like, I need a break. I need a breather. And then we had, a podcast with girls basketball not too long ago. And then this one and the football banquet. And it's like, before you know it, man, it's going to be football season again. At least summertime to me is football season because it's this great preparation for that. So a fun episode today, just a short one, getting you guys some information regarding Kare Youth League and a big fundraiser coming up. And I got to say, there's a lot of great programs and causes out there to donate to. Everyone's money is valuable and everyone's time and all those things, but I can't think of a better organization to donate to for the work that Kare Youth League does. I'm eternally grateful for it. My experiences there. I know my family is, and it's touched so many families and raised so many young children to become better men and women all throughout the world. And it's just been an experience that, again, there's nothing like Kare Youth League out there. There's nothing like it. The Christian based, sports, youth sports, and the camping and the trips and the lessons that kids learn in Kare Youth League there in the San Gabriel Valley, in Irwindale and Covina and Upland. There's just nothing like it. And if you haven't heard about it, I'm sure most people listening to this have had their experiences. And maybe you smile, you think back to your experiences and you think fondly on those. And I would encourage you guys, man, dig deep, give whatever you can. I'm going to consider this myself. And, I put a lot of time in it. A lot of people volunteer there, but we can always give a little bit financially too. So a lot of options there. And if Kare Youth League had the impact on you like it did to me, I could say it'd be a great opportunity to help the program, to donate, and to see that thing continue to grow, because it's a special place, special people, and very, very, very special memories and experiences to all children who went through the great Kare Youth League. So hopefully you like today's show, get a chance to check out the Topgolf event there. And if you're not much of a golfer, or you're just like, that doesn't, I don't think it would not be fun. Trust me. If you just want to show up, like you said, or just click a button and contribute, hey, every little bit helps. So thank you to Mr. Kirby. I'm eternally grateful for him and his teaching to me over the years, and to his contributions to Rio Hondo Prep Football. And it's, again, Rio Hondo Football and Kare Youth League connected at the hip. It is the same thing, really, just at a high school level versus a youth level. And just fun to get back on here on the podcast and put an episode out. I'm a little rusty, but it's nice to kind of get something going again and talk football a little bit. It's March, but it's never too early to talk Rio football. That's for sure, especially with the defending championship to go. I've seen the boys working hard on some of their training and things. I know they're ready to go, and still working, the other sports as well. And we'll continue to have some updates on social media and things about Rio Hondo baseball, volleyball, softball, all those things going forward. But you guys know that this is all about Rio football here on the Charge to Keep podcast. And I hope if you listen for the first time, maybe you're in Kare Youth League, you just, stumbled across this, welcome. I would welcome you to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube or wherever you watch or listen to your podcast. And you want to become a fan of the Rio Hondo football community, this is the place to do it. I think you'll really like it. There's a lot of options out there with ESPN, Fox Sports, and all your favorite teams, Dodgers, Lakers, and all that. But I think you would find a new team, a favorite team here, if you tune in to the Charge to Keep podcast, airing weekly in the summer and twice a week during the football season, with pregame and postgame shows throughout the football season. So plenty more content ahead. I'm already stockpiling episodes and getting that stuff ready to go in June. But for now, a fun episode with Mr. Kirby talking about Kare Youth League and just prepping for, again, next football season, but also prepping to make Kare Youth League continue to be a magical, special place for so many different people. I want to wish you all a happy Easter. That's in a few weeks. And a few weeks after that, on April 20th, this great charity event at Topgolf in Ontario, California, 10:15 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. roughly. Hope to see you all there. And hopefully this podcast has contributed in a way to Kare Youth League today, where you heard about the event and decided to either attend or to contribute. That's the main reason we did this. And I got a chance to talk a little high school football in March with Mr. Dan Kirby, who I see often and am so very fond of. All right, guys, that'll wrap up the episode. Hope to see you all in a month. Have a happy Easter, and we'll see you out there April 20th at Topgolf. And that's going to be about it. As a friendly reminder here on the Charge to Keep podcast, I know we're not playing any football right now, but in all our sports, in every way, every walk of life, kind of no matter what you're doing, right? You carry it with you always, but to just always have the attitude, the positive attitude, the competitive attitude, all those great things. But no matter what you're doing, to always be humble in victory and gracious in defeat, because we always have a charge to keep.
A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fit it for the sky. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live. And, O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give.